Sign up for free now and never miss the top royal stories again. Subscribe. Invalid email. We will use your email address only for sending you newsletters. Please see our privacy notice for details of your data protection rights.
Netflix series Dark has many characters with the number of cast members tripled thanks to multiple actors playing the same parts albeit in different timelines. One of the most interesting characters in the German sci-fi show is Helge Doppler, played by Peter Schneider, who seems not completely lucid and aware of events.
Express.co.uk looks at the backstory of the character and how he became so traumatized. Trending: what is wrong with Helge Doppler in Dark? Warning: this article contains spoilers from all seasons of Dark. Helge was featured throughout Dark in various timelines, as a young child, Tom Phillip, in the 50s, entering middle age in the 80s, and an elderly man, Hermann Bayer, in the present.
At first, it was tricky to understand what had happened to the character, and some fans may have suspected he had a neurological degenerative disease such as Alzheimer's or dementia. However, the truth of his state of being was much more devastating and traumatic than audiences could ever have anticipated.
The show revealed how a misguided Ulrich Nielsen, Oliver Masucci, believed Helge was responsible for the disappearance of his younger brother in the 80s and also the other missing children in Winden. Read more. Dark Season 3 Explained. Is Noah the Antichrist? Star opens up. Read more. Dark Season 3 Explained. What did Sigmundus really want? He started to grow suspicious when the body of his brother Mads Nielsen, Valentin Opperman, turned up in 2019 but hadn't aged a day since the 80s.
A St. Christopher's pendant found on the body, linking Mads to Helge, who seemed to have an identical one. Ulrich went through the Winden caves and into the past, believing he could change the chain of events if he murdered Helge.
The police detective traveled to the 50s and found Helge as a child, promptly beating the child on the side of the head with a rock. He believed he killed Helge, but it turned out the boy was fine, even though he was now permanently scarred on one ear and emotionally disturbed.
To add to Helge's woes, the child later found himself in the bunker where a wormhole opened up between the 50s and the 80s. While Helge was on one side, Jonas Carnwald, Louis Hoffman, was on the other side.
The two touched fingers and were sent to different eras. Helge wound up in the 80s and Jonas was in the 2050s after the apocalypse left Winden in a permanent nuclear winter. Don't miss Dark Season 3. Was Adam really evil in Dark? Explainer. Dark Season 3 Explained. Is Ulrich Nielsen alive in the origin world? Insight. Dark Season 3 Explained. How did Mikkel Nielsen travel to the past? Analysis. The child encountered Noah, Mark Waschke, who had been conducting experiments in 80s, and it seems the pair became friends.
Noah eventually sent Helge back to the 50s, where another version of the priest stayed in contact with the child. By the 80s, Helge was working for Noah and helping to kidnap children at his behest and covering up other misdeeds.
He was also revealed be psychologically damaged and almost blindly following Noah. Read more. Dark Season 3 Plot hole. How did Silja get her scar in Dark? So, it seems both Ulrich's attack and traveling through time at such a young age had a profound effect on Helge.
From the beginning, Helge was one of the few characters to know about time travel in Winden, and this also could have left its mark on him. Interestingly, Season 3 showed a similar situation between Ulrich and Helge playing out in the parallel world.
But this time, an elderly Helge finally got his revenge on Ulrich and killed him for assaulting him as a boy. Dark seasons 1 to 3 are streaming on Netflix now.